Hey, this is Mark Osegueda from Death Angel, and you're watching Stormbringer, the Austrian heavy metal zine.
Mark.
Yes.
The dream calls for blood. Are you and the guys in the band aware that this is one of the best thrash metal records in the year 2030? If not the best thrash metal record of this year?
I don't know if we're aware is so much we hoped. You know, we worked really, really hard on it, and the response has been very positive. So if anything, we're just excited that people are getting what we did. Yeah, we're very proud of the record, that's for damn sure. Yeah, very proud of it.
Yeah. If you compare it with Relentless Retribution, for me the songs are a little bit shorter, more to the point, nevertheless without compromise, melodic, always remindable, but also harder and a little bit darker. How do you see that?
Definitely, definitely. It's much more concise. We knew when we were going into the writing of it, we wanted it to be more concise, definitely, as far as structures. And aggressiveness and dark, yeah, there's definitely a lot of dark overtones in it, and not just the riffs, because there is a lot. You know, a lot of the Rob's riffs are very dark, and which inspired the lyrics directly. And so you know, we went through a lot because we were touring for 3 years straight for Relentless Retribution, and that just you know, touring's amazing, but you know, it takes its toll on you. And It definitely inspired a lot of what we wrote about, and it also, I think, because we were touring so much, Rob had to write a lot of this stuff on the road, and hence it gave it that kind of really dark, aggressive feel. Yeah.
Now we all know Rob, main songwriter in Death Angel. How is it with the other guys? I mean, you and Rob are from the first day of Death Angel in the band. How is Ted, Damien, and also Will contributing in the songwriting or in the arrangements?
You know, it's just mostly for when they jam it out, because Rob will usually come up with the riffs and then the basic structure of the song, and then they'll those guys will get together and jam it out and come up with if anything, it's just more or less seeing how many times it works, on different parts. But it's definitely Rob musically writes everything, and then after they'll give me burn me a disc or MP3. And then I'll lock myself in a room and come up with the lyrics and melody.
But the whole package was the same like in Relentless Retribution. You had the same producer, Jason Sukev, you had the same record company, Nuclear Blast, the same designer with Brent Elliott White for the album cover. Has this continuing also influenced the album?
I think what it was more or less is we were so proud of how Relentless came out. We became much more solid as a unit after touring for that long. We knew that if we kept everything that we had and made this just kind of like a sister record to that, but a darker sister record, that it could only be a positive thing. And the lineup is so much more tight than it was even back then, and it all fell into place just how it should have.
All those years, I mean, the Ultraviolence now 26 years old. You kept your individuality. Every thrash fan knows you for your trademarks, an outstanding point in today's mass of metal. Are you proud of this kind of uniqueness Death Angel gained over all these years?
Absolutely, absolutely. I mean, it haunted us for a while because a lot of thrash purists at the time didn't, stick by us at some points, and kind of felt embittered after we didn't write Ultraviolence over and over and over again. But it's not how it works, But now, the last couple records we went much more back to our thrash roots. But I think I think that it truly did help us maintain a sense of individuality and set us apart from a lot of the typical thrash bands, not just Bay Area thrash, but thrash from kind of all the different places all over the world.
Thrash is, the last couple of years, a massive boom of new thrash metal bands. Are there any new bands out you really appreciate?
Yeah. I think, let's see, Havoc, I think, is a great band. As far as the new wave of thrash, Havoc is definitely one of my favorites. I like Suicidal Angels. I like. We just toured with Battle Cross and Revocation in the States. Both great bands there as well. So yeah.
The young keeps you fresh.
Yeah, of course, of course.
Everyone is talking about the big four of thrash metal, but I'm curious to know from you, who is the real fourth big four US band? Is it Exodus? Is it Testament? Is it Overkill? Is it Anthrax, or maybe Death Angel?
No, it's definitely not us. No, no. If you had to go to, take it down to one more band, I would have to, I'd have to take my hats off to Exodus, because they were around then, with Bonded by Blood. That record solidified it, back then. So, if you had to, that would be my choice. I mean, maybe not by sales any longer, but for as far as respect of the original. The original thrash bands, I would have to take my hat off to Exodus. Yeah.
I have a little gam here.
All right.
I like the picture on the back cover.
Yep. Yep.
You were bloody young.
I was 26 years ago. Yeah. I went back to that hair.
Tell us a little bit. I mean, this album crushed in the scene. Still, my opinion, one of the 10 best thrash metal albums of all time. How was it you were so young? The cousin gang from the Bay Area.
Right. It's it's my fondest memory. It's one of my fondest musical memories there is the first time I held the Ultraviolence in my hand.
Really?
Yeah. It's just because there was such a sense of accomplishment, and it was much harder to get signed back then. Let alone to get, people to listen to your band, because it was sending underground tapes and making demo tapes and sending them to record companies and, getting rejection letters back. And, there was no internet. It was tape trading. So it was,
letters,
yeah,
not emails.
Yeah, it was a very, very special time, and something I'm very proud to, have been a part of. But definitely thrash purists and whatnot, and most of the people's lists of top 10, thrash from that era, people usually tend to cite this as, one of them.
The reason that you still play songs from this album live shows the uniqueness and the importance of this album.
Absolutely, and it's it was when the genre was completely fresh, when it was just something new, and I could still see the reason why younger thrash bands are forming, because it's such a viable genre, and it's damn fun to play and fun to listen to, Yeah.
Now we have December. That's always the time to look back of a metal year. Yeah. So what were your highlights, not only for Death Angel, but rememberable live shows you have seen? What is your favorite album of 2013? And why?
Man, that's a tough one.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, my highlight would definitely be recording The Dream Calls for Blood. Gosh. Man. Yeah, that would be my highlight. We did the 30-year anniversary for Metallica playing at the Fillmore in San Francisco. We did those. One of those shows, the closing night, which was incredible. I went to all the nights, and they were all very special. So that was an incredible 4-day event to be a part of. And my favorite record of 2013. Or 2013 or 12? 13, Jesus. Man, time's wise. It is. Man, that's a tough one. What is my favorite album of 2013?
New Carcass record.
I am very fond of the New Carcass record. I think it's a great record. Yeah, it's a great record. Yeah, I guess metal-wise, probably would have to. I'd probably tip my hat off to Carcass on metal-wise. for music. And other than that, outside of that, you know, I don't know. A non-metal record, maybe, you know, Lana Del Rey's second record. Other than that, yeah, I don't know. But Carcass probably metal-wise, yeah.
People, Carcass, the metal record for Mark from Death Angel. Thanks for your time, man.
Oh, yeah, you're kidding me. Thank you.